This is a demonstration of the installation of the Lockpick Air. We're in a 2014 Dodge Durango. Okay, to begin this installation, what we're going to do is pull the bezel free from the outside of the radio here. And the way to do that is just start from the bottom, just pull the bottom free. It's held in by little friction clips. So you pull it free and then work your fingers around the edge as you pull it out. When you complete that, you're just going to fold the whole thing forward. Here you can see the little clips that we're pulling free from. Again, you can use a little pry tool with that, or just your fingertips like I did. That's going to expose 4 screws that are on the edge of the screen here. We're going to remove those screws, and that'll let us see the connector on the back side of the screen that we're going to connect the Lockpick harness to. Okay, here we have the 4 screws removed. We're taking them all out in the corners here. These are 7mm. And with that out, you can just go ahead and rotate the screen forward. On the back side, you have a large connector. This is the one that's going to plug into the Lockpick harness itself. These are really easy to remove. Just have to know the secret. That's to push in the tab on the end of it here. As you push it in and lift that tab, it will release the connector. I can demonstrate here. Like so. And the entire connector will just pull free. This will then plug into the Lockpick harness, and our Lockpick harness will come and plug back into the same location here in the back of the screen. This is a quick overview of the Lockpick Air itself. This will be the module. It has a Wi-Fi antenna on it here. So this is what you'll connect wirelessly to your smartphone. We have headrest outputs or to a separate screen, so you can actually send the video that's selected on this Lockpick to another screen or to headrests. You have a remote control that comes with it. You also have a plug-and-play harness over here, so it's just going to allow you a simple plug-and-play installation for it. The other connections over here are for adding cameras. If you want to add side cameras, front cameras, second rear cameras, things like that, the power connections are already on the module, so you don't have to worry about making any connections to the car. Okay, here I've already plugged in the factory connector to the Lockpick harness. What we're doing is bringing the other side of the Lockpick harness to the back of the screen. Just line it up. Whenever you're putting these connectors in, just make sure that the tab, that little locking bar that we showed before, make sure it's up before you plug the connector in. And then as you plug it in, just rotate the bar down. That locks the connector in place. Like so. And now with the Lockpick installed, I can go through some of the functions of it. When you turn the car on initially, the radio is going to work just as it always has. The only thing is you have extra functions now that are that can be activated with the Lockpick Air. So to start that, you can use the remote control that comes with it, or you can use the steering wheel buttons. We'll just push the voice button on the steering wheel, hold it down for a couple seconds. That'll bring up the Lockpick menus. I'll go through them here real quick. We have the override, which is just going to enable our navigation input. We have the Lockpick Air, that's our Wi-Fi function that we can connect wirelessly to our smartphones. Aux AV, that's the standard AV inputs. Those are available on the Lockpick interface itself. We have the factory aux, that's just going to be the factory sound we can push through. View cameras, if we push that, I'll select, I'll show you what we have is we can turn on manually any of these cameras that we might connect to the Lockpick Air module. Plug in a second rear camera, we can have that to be the default. That's, in case you want to pull a trailer or you want a second rear camera that you might want to use instead of the one that's on there now. And we can select that on the fly, or you can have it turn on automatically. Going down to the front camera here, you can have a front camera installed in your car. It'll show up automatically or on demand. Left and right cameras, these are for side cameras. These will turn on automatically with the turn signals, or you can pull them up manually. You also have headrest options. This is any of the videos that we show up here on the front screen. You can send those out to a second screen or to a set of headrests. More options here. I'll select that and show you what that is. These are the automatic functions you can enable. Right now we have it selected for an automatic rear camera, so whenever the car is in reverse, it'll show you that. Second rear camera, you can make that one be default. You can have an auto front camera. It'll turn on automatically whenever the car is below 7 miles per hour. Helps for parking. Auto turns, those are activated by the turn signals. And we can also send these cameras out to the headrest or second screen if you would like that. Also, this unit has dual language capabilities, so it can be English or Spanish. And it's USB upgradable, so they can see what software revision and hardware is in it now. They're serial numbered as well. Okay, now I'll demonstrate the Wi-Fi functions of the Lockpick Air. We'll just connect it wirelessly to an iPhone here. To begin that, just again, I'll bring up the menu again, and I'll scroll down to Lockpick Air. I could select that directly from the remote control also without going through these menus, so there's quicker ways of doing this. Right now it's set for DLNA mode. That's the AirPlay type mode that the iOS is compatible with, or the Apple devices. This includes the iPhone, iPad, things like that. I'll go ahead and activate that. This is just a standard iPhone 4. I'll select AirPlay. I'll select the Lockpick module and we'll turn the mirroring on. That will send the screen up to the Lockpick Air module. It'll show it on your front screen here. And from that I can mirror the whole screen. I can bring up the internet. All this will show up on the front screen. I can also connect to Netflix. I can stream Netflix through it. Different other functions, cameras, maps and stuff will show through it. Navigation will play through it. You have the sound as well. Any of the movies that I put on there myself, I can view those. Also, ones I've taken with the phone or iPad, pictures will show up on there. Sound will play through it. Different iTunes videos will not play through this. That's just a limitation for the Apple devices. It will work on the Android ones, and I'll demonstrate that one next. Okay, now I'll switch over to use Samsung devices and S5, basically the Android operating system. I'll activate the menus again. I'll demonstrate how to get into that. Activate the Lockpick Air. They previously were in the DLNA mode. That's for the iOS devices or Apple devices. Using the source button on the back of the steering wheel, I can actually switch that over so the device is compatible with any of the Android devices using what's called Miracast. And Miracast is the mirror function that works with Android. The unit will reboot in the Miracast mode, as we show here. And then on my Samsung device, I'll go ahead and activate that. It'll take just a second. I'll bring it back up. Okay, on the phone, I'll just select screen mirroring. It'll do then is connect to the Lockpick Air. You can see here we have the screen again being mirrored from what we have here. Once you have the mirror on it, then again you can go through any of the functions on here. I'll go ahead and play a movie on it. It's a Lego movie. And of course, the Lockpick Air gives you sound for all these functions.
President of the Octane Corporation and the world.
So you have full mirroring and streaming from the Android devices. Any and everything that's on it will stream to the front screen, including navigation and maps and different apps and whatever you'd like to show on the front screen. It'll just wirelessly send it through. So you can do it with Apple devices or with the Android devices. It'll work with both wirelessly. Simple plug and play. Very, very simple.